Hello, welcome everybody to this webinar of three secrets how to formulate your own solutions my way, but you will formulate your own ways as well. After you listen to this webinar, you will start learning from here itself right now. And uh, why to formulate your own solutions? Because that will help you stand out in a crowd and ultimately reach to a six figure income. That is the first step. Ultimately you can build on from there to reach as far as 8 figure income. That is quite possible. And how we do that is a step by step process, and obviously it takes time. So that is the subject of this webinar and part of my expertise. And I'll grow as along with you as we go. And already I have achieved a few things which will be of interest to you, because you will be there in this phase, and you will know how the journey has been, and in my part, and which you can easily accommodate. And that has been my dream. Whatever I have done, it was with simple tricks, small tricks, and which can be adopted by any of you, each of you, because each of you has been born a leader. I have done this with illiterate ladies of Madhya Pradesh, and if I could do with them in 4 years' time, I can do it easily, and you can adopt it easily within no time, right? So that is my belief system, and I hope you will also trust this belief system and add it to my belief, and also be my partners in development in achieving a global goal, that is having a $1 billion enterprise in 139 countries with a impacting 1 billion people. 1 billion people is one sixth of the entire world's population at this moment of time. So that is a significant number. And although this dream, this goal seems to be enormous, but it is not by only myself. That is why I am looking for you, my partners in development, to take it forward. Not only you, the people who you are getting motivated as a result of this webinar will motivate again, and they will teach to a number of people within their periphery, and they will also stand out in a crowd, each of them. That is quite possible, you know. Each of us is required to be a leader in our own space, and we can do that. We can stand out significantly within our space. Whatever we are expected to do, we can prove beyond our capability, our potential, because we dream. And that is what inspires people around us. That is how we stand out in a crowd, right? We need to do stick to a particular routine, and we start exploring our brain, our possibilities, and the numerous opportunities that are presented to us by the universe from time to time, and we take help of those opportunities and make it into our own. If we look closely, very closely, mindfully, if we observe, everything that is happening around us is for our good, and we can benefit from those opportunities. And we can do a great thing about that. For example, just yesterday, I was thinking about having the leadership of a project, right? I'm a project manager, by the way. As a strategic partnership consultant, I am a project manager as well. And uh, so when there is another project manager, because it is a teamwork, and I do community development work, and development is not an easy thing. Of course, nothing is easy in this world, but community development, because it involves so many people. So, working with so many people, with so many stakeholders, it takes a lot of effort. And so, it kind of, it has to bring in lot of stakeholders, lot many, and many people who will be like-minded and will be working in the same space. So there is likely that there will be professional jealousy and conflict as well. So I was thinking how to let go about that thinking, that thought process. So I thought, I'm a specialist, right? So why should I bother about being a project manager at all? So the moment I let go of this, I knew what will be my next right step. I'll be mentoring a host of people who will be at similar position as me, or my juniors, or maybe my seniors, because I am the subject matter specialist. I am the specialist. I need to drive the entire project and do this development work. The moment I did this, I received an unexpected invitation from a very very known person from Orissa, saying that I should be a panelist in the work that is being done in disaster resilience in Orissa. Why Orissa? Orissa, because recently there has been lot many cyclones in Orissa, especially in the coastal areas of India, actually. And cyclone Tokte affected Kerala, and after a week, cyclone Yas has affected. Last year it was cyclone Ampan, and before that it was Fani. Fani is a cyclone which created a lot of devastation, and it affected 14 districts of Orissa, affecting crores of people. And in so that is another story. It has created a lot of devastation for from which people has not yet recovered, right? So I have been invited as part of a panelist because I am seeing lot of ground realities which might not be visible to other luminaries as well. So that is a golden opportunity that I have got, and this is the first step towards becoming a global influencer, right? I would not call myself as a global leader because that will be very political, but I want to be a global influencer because I observe very minute details, and you will be surprised to know that there are few very little details which are kind of ignored by people, which is why bigger problems appear. So, so that will be my forte, to observe little nuances of everything, and giving this, allowing it to be known by a greater number of people. And then there is enough intelligence and there is enough brilliance in lot of people to take it forward. So that is how I create my niche, right? So I want you also have that kind of brain, and you can create that kind of presence of yours in your wherever you are working, and that will help you uh, get ahead, unstuck, and stand out in the crowd, and also take your dream forward. So that is why this webinar. So let me share this presentation that I have. So this is the presentation. Please give me a sec to make it. So this is what I have been explaining, and I welcome you all from all over India right now, especially from Delhi, to think over it and take action. And know your three strengths in your personality, which can help you stand out in a crowd. It is your own strength, right? If you know that those strengths, then you can actually explore and manipulate them to further your dream, right? So this is for change makers and trendsetters who have been thinking and working widely in this area, and who are very extraordinary human beings. Actually, I treat everybody as an extraordinary human being, but whoever is listening to this uh, is looking for a solution, right? So the change makers, they have these traits. They are resolute, they are responsible, innovative, curious, hardworking, genuine, helping, supportive. These are their characteristic, and they are looking to break their barriers and share uh, my vision as well to go global. They also are in their journey towards becoming a global influencer. It will take a lot of global influencer to do the dream that I am looking at. So mid-career professionals are of two types. According to the gender, it will be the ladies and the gentlemen, both. So for a lady, the problem is how to find work balance in my family and work, and how to regain my spark, because they are feeling stuck. They are thinking that this spark that they once had, it has gone. It is not so, of course, but they are thinking like that, and they think this is a thankless existence, working for both family and workplace. And am I a woman leader? I'm still a woman leader. And if I consider myself to be a leader, am I a leader? How can I become employable? Because this is pandemic time, and just 6% of women have said that they are satisfied with workplace satisfaction, according to a research study being done, which has been done in the recent past. So that is why the dilemma. Why my income has stagnated? How to become recognized? These are the usual questions. How far can I dream? When we say, maybe while listening to this, maybe if you are a woman, you might be thinking the same thing. And should I look, because if you are in an abusive kind of relationship or something, you are looking for an assignment in another city or become a specialist. Should I educate myself further? Am I a sought after professional? You know, I why I'm saying this, because I have been in an abusive relationship, as well as in a very very harsh workplace. So I thought to take an assignment in another city is a solution. Might be that also will be your, might be. It is quite possible that you will be in a similar situation, and you might be looking for a solution. And if it is a gentleman, uh, how to arrive, how to achieve my potential, how to compromise with my wife, because these are very troubled times. Maybe you are having uh, trouble with your wife, who is equally stressed, of course. And some of you are losing friends because you are not doing enough, or you are thinking very, very negative, maybe, or actually you are in a very negative situation where you are trying to look for solutions from friends who are unable to give it, and they don't also want to invest their time with you. Maybe that is the reason. And you kind of thinking to start a side hustle, side business, maybe. And you are worried that you have been attracting huge frictions at workplace. When we become negative inside, we kind of attract lot of frictions all around. So should I be attracting or impressing our top management? That is the next thing. The next easy thing comes, but that is not also easy. then why my income has stagnated, how to become recognized, and how far can I dream? This is the question of both the women and the gentlemen, right? And see, these questions, some of the questions are very very common between men and women. And so these if you see, both of them, both the questions combined, both of them, it becomes a lot of questions, lot of thing. And they are stuck out there, and that needs to be addressed. So where do you feel stuck? Are you stuck actually, or are you feeling just negative? So so here is why are you feeling stuck? Because you are getting a negative vibes because of the circumstances, because of the people, or because your efforts are not getting converted proportionately as as per your efforts, and you are feeling a glass world to be there. You are not able to look beyond something, some possibility. So this is the circumstances which is why you feel stuck. And um, so each of your weakness, whatever weakness you are trying to tell me or trying to tell yourself, can be converted into a strength. Can it be converted into a strength? That is what your question is. And I say that for that matter, every weakness of yours is there to strengthen your personality further. Oh, if, of course, if you learn how to exploit them, manipulate them, and utilize them. So so insights were around, these were three: uniqueness, credibility, and depth. And what are those three? It is uniqueness is about yourself, credibility is with people, and dream is about your depth. The depth of thought process that you have, that actually implies how far your dream will be. Now, how you do, how you assess yourself, how others assess you, and what impression you make. These are the three questions you need to ask to know about more about yourself and people around you and the dream that you have. So, what we will discuss out here, and the scenarios we'll discuss, and look out for your traits. Some few discussions we'll do, and you'll start looking at your circumstances and start relating to those problems as yours. And you will start knowing what are the strengths which are right now weaknesses on your part, can be converted into your strengths. That is what you will start knowing right now from this webinar. And how can you work with me, if at all? Actually, there will be enough scenario in this webinar, and please stay till the end to know how can you build in without further investment from this webinar itself. And if at all you want to work with me, because I am promising to build a 6-digit income for you at the end of 3 years. 3 years I need to be working with you. So I would like to know, and with regard to that, whatever question and answer you need to have, all those question and answer we can do. So who I am. So this is a little mistake, but these are the three things: feel not up to the mark, workplace politics, inability to find new opportunities are the dilemmas the trendsetters have right now. So the big decision is this is of course the part of who am I. That there is a little mistake. The slide was before that. So this big decision I took was this when I was stuck in some situation which were very very difficult. So I took the big decision to work in another city, and I took certain jobs which were termed as very difficult, and not many people were willing to take them, so I chose them. And then I start looking inwards, looking inside me, because most of the time what happened, there was no solutions with anybody how to help me. So I need to strengthen my personality to handle people around. As I told in the initial stage, that because I work with a lot of people, there are a lot of mindset that I need to deal with, and that is why I started looking inwards, right? So what I achieved, I climbed to the senior management level as a result of that effort of mine, and my salary doubled compared to what it was in 2017. And how I did this. My strength is I make an instant impression, both good and bad. People like me or they don't like me. It is not that they will remain neutral about me, and or they will forget me. It is not possible. I make an instant impression, both good and bad, and I take, as I said, weaknesses can be strength as well. So whoever makes a bad impression, actually I have created very strong friendship with them eventually. So that one needs to know, right? Your weaknesses you need to know. That is the strength that you should have. You should accept your weaknesses. So that is what I have done. And I, as I told you, I have chosen projects which are in remote, backward, and difficult areas. And the third thing is I can see solutions. How people have trusted me with these difficult uh, projects is because I can see a solution. Maybe weird at times, but it is quite possible. And I always identify my partners in development. So that is the most significant thing that I have done. Always, always, in all the cases, if you see, that is my focus. I identify partners in development. So this is my the biggest strength that I have. You know why it is so? Because if you identify the others as partners, there will be no conflict after that, because you know their role, and the role clarity has happened, right? You know their role and you know your role, where you should come in into their support and when you are needing their support. So you are helping for, you are asking for support, and which actually empowers the other person, and that is how you get an empowered situation, a positive vibration is inside the team. You know, I can cite an example of Nelson Mandela. When he was a candidate for the presidency in South Africa. FWD Clark was his opponent, and when there was a TV debate, both of them, FWD Clark was absolutely phenomenal with the facts, figures, and his line of argument. Nelson Mandela was no match. So at the end of the TV debate, it was apparent that FWD Clark would win the election. So Nelson Mandela walked towards him, shook his hand, and he told, I am so glad that you are a worthy son of Africa. So with that statement, actually the entire table turned. Why? You know, he had identified FWD Clark as his partner of development, which means he was not bothered about the result of the presidential election. He was not looking at the position. He was he was concerned with the bigger goal of the development of South Africa in entirety. So that was the vision which actually won him the presidential election. So he became the first president after the apartheid regime was gone. So that is the power when you have this vision to identify everybody as your partners in development. It will let go of your initial cribbing, that small workplace cribbing that one has, that will be a thing of the past as well. So you will get a lot of breeze. So if you can start with that, first thing you will achieve is you will win lot of friends at workplace, right? So let us assess your thoughts. So here I'll be presenting with say uh, 5 or 6 instances wherein you can assess your thoughts. So the thoughts which make you your strengths, which the thoughts make you your strengths are your strong point, and your weaknesses can also lead to find your hidden strengths. Whatever is weakness, it can be just turned around to make a strength. So this is the first statement which attracted me some time back. To have long term success in any position of leadership, you have to be obsessed in some way. So have you been, like say, at your workplace, how are you known? Are you known as a person who is passionate about his work, his or her work? Or do you have a dream which is, you have a singular kind of dream, irrespective of the circumstances in which you operate, how people think about it or whatever, you think a certain way that your dream will take shape. So you people think that you are impossible, you think positive, but you might be termed as impractical as well at times. That is what is obsession. So are you like that? If you are like that, so you have a certain characteristics. It is a perceived weakness on your part, but not as far as your dream is concerned, right? So this is the second question, second scenario that I am presenting. So Binod was a very sought after person in history till Rajesh came, and he enjoyed helping everybody. But once Rajesh came because of Binod's approval, because Binod was overworked because everybody sought his thoughts, and he had to cater to everybody because he was leading a innovative team, a team that is engaged in innovation. So when Rajesh came, he actually, as per the plan, he shared some of his burden, and then he started catering to 50% of the people. The smaller problems he actually started taking care of. So Binod felt a bit left out. He felt that people are not seeking his advice anymore as much as they were seeking earlier. So he was feeling deprived. So what do you think about this? Have you encountered such a situation at your workplace as well? Have you seen somebody who has been appointed as your associate, and that person has been sought after more rather than you? What do you think about this? It might be that people want you to focus on your specialty rather than spending time, which is of course temporary. Once you have supported somebody, your your work is done, right? And after that, the other person has started moving on his own because of your advice. What about you? Did you progress because of that? You shared the same insight and you learned something. If that is so, that is good. But what about the like say the entire attention that you were getting? So are you thinking about is it attention? It is your growth. It is about jealousy about the other person. Where are you in this entire scenario? Give it a thought. The next scenario is, here is the strategic initiative vice president, Mr. Johnson. He wanted Julie to be given a higher responsibility. Julie, of course, was part of another team where she was constantly displaying her innovativeness in many of the projects, right? But Julie's supervisor was apprehensive. He or she, supervisor, he was very apprehensive because Julie was not enjoying the support of the entire team. So how can she take forward the innovation thing, the next stage? So she spoke to the training executive to fix this kind of problem. So the training executive fixed a session with Julie, and she asked, "What do your colleagues think of you? What do you think that your colleagues think about you?" Julie said, "They appreciate I am an achiever." Then the training executive asked, "Do they respect you too?" Was the next question, and Julie hesitated. Why? Because although they everybody respected her as no knew her as an achiever, but they were apprehensive because Julie might be was a little impatient with everybody who was not achieving or not achieving as fast as her. So if you are in Julie's step, what do you think? Uh, uh, what should Julie do next? Or what do you think about this stage? Whether it is a good thing, bad thing, or people are just manipulating you, or they are trying to stop you from your progress? What do you think? Whatever you think, write down that particular emotion, because that is what we are going to change into a positive strength, right? This is the third scenario. Marco is a subject matter expert, but his boss once told him, "You should be a specialist by now." What does that even mean? Marco wondered. So in the beginning, I told my example. I have given you my example about being a specialist, right? So it is a bigger responsibility. I could have been depressed with the fact that I am at the I am the specialist. I know better, but I am not the project manager. So this could have hampered my growth, and this could have kind of given me a lot of depression, right? Is it a promotion? It is a higher responsibility, or is it getting sidelined? Anything can come to your mind. It depends on your mindset, right? So which stage are you thinking, is it a promotion? Is it a higher responsibility? If it is a higher responsibility, will you be able to do deliver that higher responsibility, or are you thinking that it is being sidelined in the disguise of becoming a specialist? Maybe Marco is hiring another subject matter expert, and that is how he is distancing from you. Is this what you are thinking? Whatever you are thinking, write that down and examine it, and think over the next positive step. And the more positive aspect you can find out, that will become your strength, right? But it is essential to acknowledge whatever you are thinking right now, because that is what might be determining your place around, your workplace around, the environment. And this is the fourth scenario, a lengthy one. Sumesh is one person who got to know Philip during a luncheon outing. And there, Sumesh got to know that Philip is interested in charity, and he does charity regularly. So when Sumesh got to know that, he did a charity in Philip's cause, Philip, whatever Philip was working in. Philip was surprised, and he sent him a note saying that, "How can I help you? This is much appreciated, something you have done." So this with this, Sumesh actually uh, clicked a friendly chord in Philip. Philip is a senior person, and um, going forward, he might be of help. But immediately he offered some help to Sumesh. So how? What do you think about this? Is Sumesh is very selfish, and he is very mean to have identified Philip, that he being a senior person should be influenced, and he should be done, he should be treated with some watering, some action, so that he will be of help in time. Or what do you think about this friendship, this business relationship that Sumesh has started creating? And do you think that business relationships going forward will be of help? Do you benefit already from such business relationships, or what else do you think? Business relationship is a very positive thing, and which can be of help. You can actually identify similar mindset in other people also, and you can start together, which may be off the workplace, and which will help eventually in getting a better workplace. What do you think about this? And this is my question. While doing a visioning exercise, how do you do it? Start from today or start from the future backwards? There are two ways of doing, right? What I have been doing was, let me tell my example, and this is a recent discovery about me that I have done. My vision, actually, I have put this vision, so, like say, it has clicked to me. To be a global influencer, I need to go global. That was my logic. So that is how I have my vision statement is very, very simple: to create a $1 billion enterprise to in 139 countries to impact 1 billion lives. So that was my vision. To obviously it was for financial abundance, as well as creating a movement to influence opinions. Like say anything destroying, anything negative that is going on. For example, non-fossil fuels, the adoption of non-fossil fuels or low carbon alternative for livelihoods. Right now, our global warming is happening at 1.5 degrees centigrade increase. It has increased to 1.5 centigrade. If we keep on using the fossil fuels, it will go beyond 2 degree also. And then the ice melting will happen, affecting the global temperature, and it will submerge many of the low-lying areas around the globe, and it will create a lot of cyclones. It has started affecting, as I spoke in the beginning, a lot of cyclones, and health, the climatic hazards will start happening, which are beyond our control. So that will affect the lives and livelihoods of people. So when I was doing that, that clarity was there. But how do I start right now? Whatever I am, I had to reach that at a certain year, because that is a smart goal that I have to be. That was a dream, but as soon as I fixed a date to it, it has become a smart goal. Now to become it to be say realistic, I needed to do the planning. So there are two ways of doing it: start from there, ultimate there, and then going backwards, or I'll start from today and give myself incremental growth so as to reach there. What was happening in my case was, when I was starting from there, I was not reaching there, right? Because I was not giving myself enough jump, because it required enough jump, right? It required certain action points, which needed me to be out of my comfort zone, and I didn't have any clue how to do it. Supposing I I needed to influence, say, 1,000 people in 139 countries. How to go about that? How do I influence them? So I thought it might be imparting them with this goal, this vision that I am doing right now. So if it is not successful, if most of you are not listening to this, then what do I do? Because I'm not able to influence everybody. Then what do I do? So that is the self doubt I had. So uh, I started from future backwards. That also required uh, some kind of action steps which I couldn't believe. So again, self doubt. So actually, there was a gap in between. Going starting from today, as not reaching there, I was leaving halfway, and from there backwards also, as not able to reach this stage. Right? It was not realistic for me. So then I started thinking, see, the self doubt happens in two ways. If I start from today and go there, it will be beyond my comfort level, and I have to do certain things I didn't know how to do. So you have to ask for a mentorship, right? Other than a mentorship, with all your skills and everything, you will stop, you will not know how to go forward because you will not see those way forward. So a mentor is very, very essential, right? That is my first learning. The second learning, when I started from future backwards, I was not able to believe that I can do that. That self doubt will come, of course, with everybody, whether we will be capable. If we can do that, then uh, we already are imagining the entire success roadmap we have at our disposal. It most of the time it is not possible, right? This entire roadmap, having the roadmap entirety in its entirety from today itself is not possible. Otherwise, you will be there, right? If you know the roadmap already, you will reach there. How much time it will take? But if you are not reaching, then that gap is there again. For overcoming that self doubt, a mentor is required. So that was my learning. And if this is your concern, then this also indicates a trait in your personality as to where are you, why you are not able to give yourself a jump, because you are stuck, right? So if you are stuck, then you are not going anywhere. If you are not going anywhere, you are not known as anybody. So you obviously in a position where you are going nowhere, you are stuck, right? So get yourself unstuck with little things, little opportunities that are presented to you all the time, right? If you are not able to see, you need a mentor. So this is my learning, so I took a mentor, right? So what are you thinking about yourself? So what I have done so far, so like say, the proof of whatever I am trying to tell you out here, let us think about. So what I did was, I enumerated 44 lakh women in 29 districts of Rajasthan in 2 months time, way back in 2008. And I had 12,000 partners in development. Those were not all from my own organizations, but they were from different organizations. I had to train them, I had to take their view, and we eventually could figure out 49 to 65 camps in each district, depending upon the population size. And 12,000 volunteers along with me, we could achieve this in 2 months time. So that was my first proof of concept, that if we can take a lot of people as partners of development, then achievement is quick, right? So that gave me a lot of recognition at that moment. Immediately after that, I took a CSC project in Meghalaya. It was part of, it is a common service center under e-governance project of Government of India, and established 239 kiosks and trained 1500 youth in 2 years of time. There, I installed 125 data cards, because the terrain of Himalayas, this Meghalaya, was very difficult, which was obstructing the broadband waves. So I countered that by 125 data cards, and we initially installed 5 VSATs, but eventually government of Meghalaya actually donated 42 VSATs to those centers. So here I took 1500 youths as my partners in development. I took government of Meghalaya's various government officials as my partners in development, and I trusted the local population because I was a stranger to Meghalaya. Still, I was able to uh, uh, click a chord with everybody wherever I went. I stayed in all the 7 districts of Meghalaya, whether there were hotels or not. I stayed at people's place. Meghalaya people, they are not, they are very worried about strangers, but they welcome and welcome me. So that was a personality state, that trait that I had, that I can strike friendship with anybody in just 1 hour of time. So that I exploited my own capability. That was a strength. And in 2 years time, right now a CSC kiosk is in demand. Every kiosk requires a deposit money of 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs per kiosk. And I have been, mm, I when I started, actually ensuring the livelihood of the person in charge was difficult. The everything, the utility bill payment and all, those were starting at that moment. And then I did 20 farmer producer organization in Sikkim, in east and north districts of Sikkim. Those are very difficult territories, as you might be knowing. Those are border to China. And but Sikkim has an advantage. It has its organic farming movement since 2005, and the farmers were well organized. We could do this in 3 months time, because the only thing I had to do was influencing the farmer leaders, and they did the mobilization themselves. So with this, we actually um, collectivized 20,000 farmers of Sikkim, and we facilitate the market linkage from there. Things were picked up from their doorstep to reach to Guwahati. That was the thing we did, right? And then my signature project is in Bandhavgarh, Manpur, Umaria district of eastern Madhya Pradesh, around the Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve, where it was a food scarce area, which was turned into a food surplus area within 4 years of time. So people, so many people grieved that India is a very big area, and it is very difficult to do development anywhere. But it just takes dedication of one human being who can create partners in development in a huge number, and it can be achievable in 4 years time. So let us see more about this Bandhavgarh area, which actually make me known amongst many people. The community won 17 awards. I also did, not within this 17, apart from this 17. So achieved recognition for the community. This is one significant thing that I did. To recognize your partners in development, one needs to do this, right? So this the farmers were recognized by the then Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Narendra Modi, and it was a farmer convention wherein he selected the farmers of my area to give them a award of 51,000 cash. And when these people, these same farmers, when MGNRE work was slow, they did a mustard cultivation hybrid, and they broke the record of Madhya Pradesh in oilseed production. So it was the minimum was even more than the state average, and it was done by the crop estimate was done by none other than the Vice Chancellor of Jabalpur Krishi Vidyalaya University, right? Mahavidyalaya. And so that was the second recognition they had. And one of the lady farmer, she actually gave the idea of creating micro capital in this enterprise, and that idea won her the Ideal Women Award from CII, and the then industry minister recognized her at Delhi. Another farmer won MS Swaminathan Research Award for farm productivity, agroforestry, agriculture and cropping system, and knowledge dissemination. All done under the project, and I take pride in saying that I facilitated all that recognition for me as well. As I said, so I won the best story when I wrote this. And if you can see the this link out here, it will show you a small video documentary about the work that I had done at Bandhavgarh. This is at a recognition of my Bandhavgarh work, and this is the then chairman, and this is Mr. Vijay Mahajan, who is known as the father of microfinance in India, and he was then the chairman of Basics. So going forward, after so many years, he actually told me, and I would like to. He is now the Chief Executive Officer of Rajiv Gandhi Foundation and Director of Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Contemporary Studies. And he recently sent me a message, and which I would like to read, and I also like you to read. And he said, "You are an amazing person. Your ability to come up with relevant innovations needed at the base of the pyramid, which I call 14M innovations for the millions, is wonderful. But the world is full of smart idea walas. What distinguishes you is that you find resources and platforms to try out the ideas, to pilot test them and improve them, and hopefully scale those up." So it was not less than a Nobel Prize for me. Actually, I hold him in highest regards. And this is Nobel laureate Professor Yunus, and he speaks about, while Mr. Vijay Mahajan speaks about creating micro capital and helping and entrepreneurs who want to be Atmanirbhar, and there is no institution which is facilitating that. Mr. Professor Muhammad Yunus, he actually talks about social enterprise. Social enterprise and micro capital generation are complementary to each other, and there can be a way out. So this was the discussion happening, and I'm so lucky that I could tell him a few words about my idea how to go about that. I was recognized to be part of Mint Munch Changemakers uh, magazine, and this is I was chosen from my organization to uh, get to a study tour at Cody Institute, Canada. And here it is apart from what work I do, this is a passion with me. I regularly write, and this is a platform called Story Mirror, where I have contributed so much. This is when I'm not working, I vent my emotions into these stories. And during the pandemic, what I have done, when the world was going backwards, actually I bagged two prestigious projects to worth 2 crores to these were my pet projects about affordable housing for EWS, and also renewable energy adoption. it will help low carbon solutions to the economically weaker section of the society. It will help them to have resilient housing. It will help them in their livelihoods. So this is an idea towards pathway to permanence. This phrase I have borrowed from Habitat for Humanity, who work in the housing segment, but I kind of integrate all the aspects into one uh, to take pathway to permanence in a significant manner. And then I did in between. I have bagged three more worth 5 crores and handling a RBI sanctioned project which is worth 11 crores. So I want to create a roadmap, a possible roadmap for you too. The way I have done for myself, the same is possible for you too. And on my professional front, I have already achieved six-digit income figure, but it is possible for you to in doing this online space. So online space is a $325 billion industry and you can be part of that. But I am not suggesting only the digital space. Whatever work you are doing, that is possible, but if you can link your proficiency into digital space, it will become easier. So this is my offer. This is the first course that I have built. I'll create a mindset blueprint. If you have noticed so far, then this is all about your mindset, right? If you correct your mindset, actually you create lot of a lot of friendship and a lot of influence around you. You widen your circle of influence to get there easily. And it is about mindset only. Other things, once you uh, correct your mindset, there opportunities which you cannot create for yourself, it will come. You will agree with me that opportunities are some things which are unexpected, which are not created, which are surprising things. And how we attract those more? We do that by allowing ourselves to attract them, allowing ourselves to receive more, right? So that is why I will start with creating a mindset blueprint for you, and I will do that by giving you a audios of Deepak Chopra's healing audios, and then discussing about it, because it will install the belief system within you. Then there is decision making thing, because so many things we don't do because we don't take decision for ourselves. Of course it is for people around you, but while you take decisions about people around you, you need to take decisions about you as well. The first decision has to be for you. So that is the second thing I'll do. And the third thing is sage power, how to give yourself affirmations which you can believe, right? So that is how I start. Then the second thing is mastery. It is a 10 days course, and in its first module, it is about why. It is a vision and mission statement, self-reflection, achievement and goals, developing the mindset of an empath, goal setting exercise, finding a niche. This is in module one, which I call as mirror muse. The module 2 will have turning a negative story to positive. As we have done already, I have presented you with 5 scenarios, and all the situation and analysis if you can do. Each story can give you numerous possibilities. Wherever you are stuck, you will see your weaknesses and you will find your ultimate identity. Then how to make decision making in depth, we'll discuss. Then the module 3 is about creating a mindset document. Again, it is a very detailed kind of mindset document. It is setting continuous practice of whatever you have created, that belief system, that regular practice that you need to create. Then getting to an enterprising hub. If you are getting into this, how to start getting into that enterprising hub, you should start creating that mindset to adopt those, right? The listening exercises that you need to do, rewarding yourself, and this is creating a dream tracker. This is my dream tracker. And as you know, again I'll say, it is impacting 1 billion lives in 139 countries, with $1 billion enterprise. So I have just coded my dreams. It is the income figure I have quoted every month, every quarter, what it will be, and how many business streams I will have. That is what I call as funnels, and how in how many countries, and what will be the number of lives that I'll be impacting. These three indicators I have written down everywhere tentatively. I don't know how as yet, but this is what my dream tracker is. The six bonuses that I have. First one is the mirror muse. It will be about periodical self analysis, and the self analysis will be every each of you, as you go through the course, you will have certain kind of doubts, and each of your cases will be very different, and we will be doing this all these exercises during the weekly call that we will be having, right? The second thing I call a sneaky schedule. It is about transitional shift, about people around us. And if you remember the number of dilemma that we have discussed during our consideration, so I have divided them into three categories: self, people, and dream. So just now we saw the self, uh, uh, the self category of shifts that we will be discussing. This will be about the people shifts that we'll be discussing out here. These are all taken from the dilemma that already we have listed out in the earlier slides. So this will be around the people related dilemma, and this is the dream related progress that you need to do. Can I integrate global dreams and other things? So these are the three category of dreams that we discuss in the transitional shift. It will not be a khichdi about everything. It is just very, very pinpointed discussion, right? And so altogether, this is the this is the total transitional shift subjects that we'll be discussing, but taken one at a time, right? The third thing is the golden gambit. It is about dream dwelling, and these are the topics that we will be discussing under this bonus, and this will all be exercises as well as deliberations. Whatever your insights have been, this will be creating a what you can say, a weekly paper about our collective dream, right? So we will be, as soon as you join me, this will be you will be my partner in development, right? So we will be creating a weekly paper. Bonus 4 will get digital. As I was saying, our dreams, whatever dreams we have, that dream should be in say, that dream should be linked to digital thing, digital skills as well, right? And this is a curating a money mindset. Get your cash flow right. This will be bonus 5. And herein we will be discussing about mindfulness. Money itself is an energy, and the more observant we become of our own behavior, the more it we attract the energy towards us. And yes, this will be what these are the sub projects, sub points that we'll be discussing in our weekly goal and weekly deliberation. Maybe one to one as well. Wherever there seems to be a little more problems if you are stuck more and you are not able to move. Yeah. So this is from where I got my idea of money as an energy. And if you see what actually uh, made me curious was these vibrational frequency about success and money doesn't have anything to do with money. It is just the vibration that we have. It is all about mindset. If you see at the lower stages, the vibrational frequency is, uh, is something which will dissociate you from the universal vibrational frequency. The frequency is very low, and as you go upward, it becomes less about capability and become more about being happy. See, and I was particularly struck at joy because I am basically a person with lot of joy. So I thought I am actually vibrating at a very higher frequency, and it should be easier for me to get money energy. And if I am not getting even then my joy stages of joy, my mindset of joy is having some kind of blockages, right? So actually when I looked very closely, there are many negative emotions as well along with joy. While I was 60% of the time joyful, but 40% of time I was punctured with some of the negative characteristics that I have in my characters, you know. So so it, it, it I see the possibility then and there, right? That it just required me to eliminate all those negative emotions to have perfect joy and to vibrate as a higher frequency. And that is how I can attract money as well as success. So it takes, how much it takes to you, it has nothing to do with money. See, so this is a breakthrough moment for me, and it takes so little to be absolutely blissful. I bet on that. And then I discovered a poster about this. If you can go through this, it has nothing to do with money again. It is all about mindset, and that is what I have been proposing in all my courses. So take a look, and you will see that if you are consistent on your action every day, looking at your mindset, doubts and negative emotions are bound to creep up. But we should have a system, we should be following a system to eliminate all those instantly then and there. Then only the energy that we have, it will be maintained at a higher frequency, and we will be more blissful. The more happier we become, the more higher level we will be dwelling, and there is higher chances of attracting money and success. So this bonus 6 will be, I will say that it requires constant work, and we you need to start a side hustle on autopilot. You have to do something, and then only your belief system will be full flow. You will not get many of the negative emotions if you are working on something. So which one you will be working? Something you love doing, right? That is how you can spend some extra time towards that, and this will take to a six figure income along with all those, right? So this will be a long term thing. It will take you 3 years time, maybe less than that, but let us say it will take you on. But how to start the journey, that is what I'll be teaching, and I'll be hand holding for 3 years. So these are the 6 bonuses that I have along with the initial courses. And along in under this, actually we'll be dealing with an enterprise with the aspects of self management people management, and dream management. And this will form the entire course how we will do it. This is, if you see, it is enjoy the present work under self management. It is win the trust of people who matter. That is about people management. And model within the mind, that is dream management. And discover yourself under self management, and be your best self under people management, and realize your dreams under dream management. So we'll see, actually it doesn't happen it doesn't happen one after the other, but it happens side by side along with each other. So this will be the course effort, and our work plan to achieve towards that six-figure thing. So now, have you found a reason to be associated with me out of this? So what you will get in this thing? Formulate your own solution will be the basic course. Then periodical self-analysis, out of that you will say discover your positive thoughts. From transitional shift you will have a confidence installation. From dream dwelling you will have your con- this is about your potential. Get digital is upgrade yourself. And curating a money mindset is your get your cash flow right. And shift counseling is get one business on autopilot in 3 years time, right? So that is the entire thing. And this is the complete offer stack. It is about $4,000 worth. But if you are in this webinar, then you will get a special price, right? Today's offer is just rupees 9,999. So if this interests you, then we can speak further. As you know, uh, just focus on the amount of thing that you will be getting in just three years time. It is whatever you are doing, it will be a side hustle. And if you are struggling with something, you will start finding your reasons how to strengthen that also will help with that. And it is a surest way of finding something within 3 years time to build your income to a six digit figure, right? So this is what my offer is. And if you want to associate it with me, then you can immediately take a decision and get in touch with me. So thank you so much for being part of this webinar. And you can send me your questions if you have some require some clarity somewhere, and then we can start work. Thank you so much.
So hi, here we are. Like say we have already discussed about what all is possible if you just realize that there is a solution. But what pain we started with, what pain we started with. That pain is itself actually a trigger towards finding a solution. Like say if you are in a very dire situation where you just could not express yourself, and you know your potential is that, but you are nowhere near your potential, and still you are struggling, time is running out. Now you can console yourself saying that whatever you have achieved, that has been quite a bit, and you should be satisfied with that. I tried doing that also. Many of us try doing that. Today morning only I saw some message saying that whatever you have been given, is more than enough. And yeah, we should be grateful about that. Indeed, we should be grateful about that, right? But you know why pain comes? Pain comes because you will be pushed into your potential, because you otherwise you won't realize that there is another way of life also, that you need to live in some other way also, that much beyond is possible, beyond this existence also, that one won't realize if there is no problem, because we are most of us are human beings who love existing in peacefully, right? We don't look much beyond our existence, and we are doing our most, the best we are doing, right? That is fine, right? But when you feel stuck, there is no need to think that this is the end of the world, right? There is a solution. There is a solution. And when I was going through this, I was having, say, my family life was very, very miserable, as not supported at home, and I had lot to give to this world. That is how I felt. Do you feel like this? And some of you may criticize about so many things of a lady, but should we discuss that at all? You know, like, say, the way the ladies have to balance it out. When they are aggressive, they are blamed, and if they are not aggressive, they are suppressed. And lot many things happen. So if that happens at home, you know, your the personality shows up at workplace also. And the workplace is not a good place if you don't know how to handle it, because the same people, if you are always grappling with misery in your life, then the other people, they can be sympathetic for some time, but afterwards they will actually try to avoid you. And they know there cannot be any solution to this problem, so they will just sideline you, and you are nowhere despite your potential, right? It is not them to blame, it is us. It is us, right? When your boss or somebody, your peers, your juniors, try to ignore you, sideline you, disobey you, disrespect you, it is because of you. That I realized much after. And when I realized that, I started taking action. And I kept on observing such people in metros, bus, even in flights, trains, everywhere I could see them creeping about their workplace issues. Ladies, girls, young girls, they were just starting out their careers, and they keep on complaining about their immediate bosses, who are not very senior. Also, they are just 1 or 2 years senior. And it happens everywhere. Is there a way out? That is what I was thinking. So that is how I applied something unknowingly, unintentionally. But when I tried going beyond their immediate jealousy, their immediate problems, beyond my problem, I had my problem, I agree, but much beyond my problem, there there is some other problem. Professional jealousy is there, right? So that comes in, no matter how, no matter what you do uh, with your behavior and relationship, unless you have a uh, some kind of integrity, some value system, it actually affects you, affects them, because it is mutual, right? When you are behaving in a certain way, the other person is getting affected, and they are getting vibes, right? So that is how the pain starts. And each of you, like say, at this stage of my career, what I realized was, like say, it is no use getting into the kind of problem where the other person is deep into it. You just have to get yourself out. The least resistance, if you, that formula, if you allow yourself to go through, then the other person is trying to get in, right? And get in, they are trying to get in so that they can get a lion's share. Let them take it. So where your potential will be shown by cooperating with them. And if you are not able to cooperate, then you need to see elsewhere, right? And that causes friction. Now, in order to avoid that, what you can do is just take your mind out of that position to something else. Do something else so that your energy will be somewhere else, not here in friction with the other person. That is the one solution that I applied, and I keep on applying. See, your knowledge is not going anywhere. Your capability is not going anywhere. You cannot be replaced, you know. You cannot be replaced because you are a certain kind of package which you bring with your experience and with your abilities. It cannot be replaced. And if it is replaced, if in big corporates, maybe they will think for some time that this person can be replaced with some other person. They always face some kind of challenges. It is not the modern day human resources system where people are replaced. They actually are counseled to do something to be more appropriate to the system. So you stand your chance there. And after certain time, after a certain limitation, you would like to have your kind of thing where your energy will go 75% and you are here learning because it is your need, maybe, till you establish your system completely away from this system, away from this workplace. You need to be here. So be here, save your energy, utilize your energy to the maximum, and save some energy from here so that you can invest somewhere else, right? And that other stream of income that you are going to mm, have, it should be something on autopilot. It should be a passive income so that your mind is free and you will be a better human being also, right? If if you have got another passive income stream, then you have a larger picture, you have a larger mindset, you have a larger viewpoint with which you can deal your workplace. And that is what people require you to be, right? And so then your passion, your vision, and your way of approaching handling things, every difficult, will be very, very appreciated. That is what I have done. See, the key is to get yourself out with a least resistance system, right? So that is what I'm offering out here. And it will say, it will take, it is a practice system, right? You have to have that system in your lifestyle. So it will take some time, I'll say, let us say, if you are very, very genuine, very, very honest with your practice, then it will not take more than 90 days. So give me that 90 days. And afterwards, if you want a, mm, if you want to have a side hustle, then also I teach a skill, and that skill also takes not more than 90 days. So if both these together, if you are interested, that one we can do. And if you want to have a side business which can grow on its own to six-figure income, then that should be on autopilot on passive income. So that will take some time, right? Nothing happens within one day or shortly. It takes your engagement as well. As much as you learn, you need to apply. And we, of course, that is why I am here. I'll be handholding you, supporting you, and my entire team, my mentors, all of them will come together to support you. You will not be alone in establishing these things. So this is a system in which you'll be coming in, and we can do it together. It takes time. So that one also I am offering you. So let us see what all are there. Already you have seen the presentation, right? You have already seen the first part of the presentation. Now it is the second portion. So have you found a reason to be associated with me? So that is the first question I will ask. And let us go through these slides, what all you will get from here. So once you are here, you will, let me take it this way, periodical self-analysis. These are the bonuses actually. The initial scores will be formulate your own solutions, which we have already discussed. That requires practice of about 35 days. And in between, we have weekly calls. And during those weekly calls, you will have 6 bonuses. And out of those bonuses, we will have, based on what you have chosen, we will have those weekly calls to discuss your particular problem pertinent to you. So periodical self analysis is about positive thoughts, and it comes in with you. And then this transitional shift, as we discussed, it is confidence installation. The dream dwelling is about your uniqueness and potential. Get digital is the digital skills that you are going to learn, of course, provided you choose for it. Then curating a money mindset, we will know money mindset is not about money, as already we have discussed. And shift counseling is a bit longer period of engagement with one another to have a business on autopilot. So this is the complete offer stack, which is about 3.84 INR, 84 lakhs INR, which comes to around $4,000, right? So, but if you purchase is the complete system, if you purchase it, is just 9,999. This is the webinar price. And some FAQ, if you want to know what we will do. The first small steps we will have success, a skill that pays, a business on autopilot. These are the offer in this system that I am offering. And this is the ultimate result that you will get. And for the first week, you will get finding your niche area. If we decide if you are doing what you are liking. The second week will be, like, say, making the money mindset, the mindset document. It is a whole entire booklet that you can get. Then the third week is winning trust of seniors. That is what I just discussed at the workplace. Mm, sorry about this. Then in the fourth week, winning trust of juniors, understand their aspiration. On the fifth week, we'll have winning trust of peers. And the sixth week, we'll have goal setting. Then seventh week, we have making the dream tracker. Below this, you are seeing my dream trackers. And on eighth week, turning a negative story to a positive one instantly. That is what we will be getting, changing gear to positivity. These are the mindset issues. As we have discussed, money has nothing to do with money. It is about mindset only. So that is why this elaborate thing we are doing. By ninth week, again, you will be doing the same. It takes some practice. So you, yeah, we will continue with this again. Then on the 10th week, we'll have reinforcement of positive thoughts, shifting paradigm, attitude, and perception. 11th week, we'll have, sorry, we have a creating a success blueprint that we will have. You will choose a vehicle, which one you will take to begin your side hustle. And by this time, by 12th week, you will have this entire mindset course if you are struggling at the mindset thing. And it is valued at 15,998, both of them together, the blueprint and the mastery. But it is available at this particular link at 499, right? It is valid till 30th June 2021. So you can go ahead and buy this. Now on 13th week onwards, we'll go for this digital skill. The first week we'll learn about email marketing, email automation, and then we will learn about ClickFunnels, then how to integrate ClickFunnels and Active Campaign, how to do copywriting by 17th week, then uh, Facebook ad campaign, how to do that, and all the metrics and how to set up ad campaign. That that will require 3-4 weeks time. Then yeah, these are the metrics that you need to learn. By second week, you will learn about Upwork, where you can source work actually. It is a side hustle. You will know how to create your profiles and how to source work. And here we um, will show you how to do this, because it takes some time, right? Because we are doing already, then we can give you some kind of say recommendation so that you can start immediately. Otherwise it takes not more than 2-3 months, because I have taken 3 months to start when I started. So it takes 3 months time, but if you are doing regularly every day, then it is quite frustrating. So you can get our help here. So this is about the digital skill, gaining a digital skill and going for Upwork. So it takes say 50,000, 49,999. And if you want to go for it, then it is available at 4,999, right? Then the last portion comes to the 6-digit installation, confidence installation, dream dwelling, curating money mindset, process of having a 6-figure business, right? Passion and emotion with work, shift counseling, a one-to-one session. And by 28th week, we will be completing the entire work process as to how we are going to do this. So if this entire thing you take, the personality changes that you are looking at, the the digital skill set that you are looking at, then you will become a coach yourself if you have a special skill, or you want to have a business on autopilot which can give you a passive income. All this together will, it is around, as I said, it is 3.84 lakhs, $4,000 almost. So it will be available here on 9999, right? So if you click this button below, then it will take you to this thing. So thank you very much to listen to having listened to all this. And I hope that you will take a wise decision to getting associated with me. see it, everybody will be saying so many things about your skills and everything, but here you are getting a community where you can be associated with other community members as well. So you are getting a entire lot of learning things if you want to, and put things into, like say here you don't need to approach anybody except the team members and your mentors, right? They are there to help you, and it is straight away thing, right? It is not to continuously purchase something. Once you invest, that is all that you need to invest. Other things, of course, if you want to invest, then you will invest in your learning separately, because learning is a never ending game. But if you want to take the experience of our learning, then this is the platform that you are in. This is the right platform that you are in. And yes, so I hope that you will you'll take a wise decision, and we will meet soon. And in the link, the entire course is available at just 9,999. You can go and approach any institution. It will not be just part of it will be available at more than 5 lakhs, and the entire handholding will not be available anywhere else. So take a wise decision, get associated with me, and let us get going. Thank you so much.